video, it wouldn't let me connect. It like stopped after like 2 seconds live. So here we are, we're back. I hope you can catch me in live. If not, if you're catching this on another day, please let me know you came by in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, give it some thumbs up, share it out to your friends, and maybe subscribe to the channel. This is Created in Awe with Joey Bailey. Thank you so much for coming by. I'm going to get it pulled up down on the screen below to make sure everything looks and sounds okay. I don't know if we're going to catch anybody live. I hope we can. Let's get over here to the right place. And I deleted the other. No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. Here we are. Let's see if we can see the chat. Make sure we have sound. Yeah, we do have sound. I'm hearing a buzzing. I think it's because I'm touching my laptop. Oh, it's because it's plugged in and I'm touching it. I hope you don't have a strong buzzing sound. If I need to, I can unplug the laptop here in a few minutes, but it's got to keep charging or I won't be able to see your comments. So I don't see anybody on here, so we will hang out and I'll tell you what our project is, okay? I did get to put it in the description. This is a kit that I get through a company called the Rust-Covered Cottage. My sweet friend Christina started this company a little less than a year ago, where she creates laser cut wood kits and all different types, okay? I mean, anything from little tiny pieces that you can put into junk journals that Chris Hunter has inspired, all the way up to giant signs. I mean, it runs the gamut. So right now I have a collection that just released a couple of weeks ago, or a week and a half ago with her, called Farmhouse Charm by Joey. And I have a very specific, idea of this entire collection. It is all farmhouse related, and you will see display stands that you can put little trinkets on. You will see signs. You will also see tiered tray type things, shelf sitters, and tier tray kits. So this is a tier tray kit today, and I do hope I see some people coming in. I see Miss Judy and Miss Becca and Anita. Good morning. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you. You can, let's put it over on Facebook just in case our friends over there, and I didn't put a link to that in the description, but see if our friends over there want to watch what we're doing. I do a lot of live tutorials on Facebook. If you want to find me over there, I will add that information down in the description of this video. Let me get all the way up here. Whoop. There it goes. Let's see if that'll post over there. See if anybody sees it and wants to come join us. And we're going to get started on this little kit. The name of this kit comes from this little sign, Cookies for Santa. So cute. And it even has a letter down here that is etched. Okay, this is a very detailed kit from Christina. Okay, so you've got some small pieces. These words actually are not attached to this wood sign until you're ready to glue them on. It has etched in words and lines and even a little doodle down at the bottom on the letter. Then we have these adorable pieces, which include a cookie jar, a milk jar or jar of milk, a bottle of milk, and then a little bag of reindeer food. So we're going to get all of this done up, and I'm going to try to keep an eye on your questions as we go along. It's pretty straightforward, but I'm going to show you some of my little, the little things that I like to do to jazz it up, to make it my own. And then I want to know if you guys make kits yourself like this out of the collection. We have several. We have some that are themed for fall. We have some that are themed for summer, and we're going to be adding more. So keep an eye on my Facebook page, especially. I'll be able to put announcements up there. I see Judy. I saw Judy already. Sorry, I was looking at Peggy's name and said Judy. You got this one, Judy. Hi, Amy. How are you? Okay, so I have several colors of paint out. I really have not decided everything I'm going to do, except I do know I need my carrots to be orange and green. So let me get my, do I still have my bottle of moss color? I don't know. I have a big one. We may have to open a new one. I think I had to throw that one away. So we're going to be mixing some paints, possibly. I'm going to use a lot of Waverly paint. And the reason is it's all chalk paint. I like that finish. And I love the color schemes. I love the colors in it. Now, you can use a lot of different things. You can use acrylic paint. You can even use, if you're a Magnolia fan, because I do a lot of Magnolia stenciling, you can even use the chalk paste as paint as well. So whatever colors you like. Oh, I get to meet you on Thursday. I'm so excited, Amy. So excited. We're heading to conference for Magnolia. I leave tomorrow. I've got to get a sip of coffee. Just got something in my throat. I fly out tomorrow morning, and I get to hang out for a little while with my friend Cindy. She's doing wood kits here on YouTube as well. And I know a lot of you already probably follow Monarch Mom DIY. She has been doing some of my kits. She's going to do one every Wednesday for you. So take a look at her YouTube page and see what kits she's doing. So on Thursday, we start leadership training at the conference, and then Friday and Saturday is all creator training, and then Saturday night's a big party, a big celebration. So I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. So I need to get caught up. I'm gonna do a couple of pre-recorded videos that are gonna show over on my Facebook page while we're gone. I'm gonna pop in live a little bit to show you what's going on. We do craft as an entire company that can be there Thursday night, and it's so exciting. So I'll be doing a lot of Magnolia later in the week. So right now I want to get some wood kits done for you. So cookies for Santa. Let's take a look. I need to decide on some colors. I know green. This is moss. We'll use that for the leaves of the carrots. We're going to use the pumpkin color. Keep shaking these for the carrots themselves. I think the bag, I'm possibly going to just stain. And then we've got our cookie jar that I think is going to have a nice white lid on. Oh, no, it needs to have a red lid on top. And we are going to do the little milk. I'm probably going to give it a red straw and red letters for the word milk. The rest of it will be white. I think this is going to be, ooh, I have a really pale blue I can use. And then the typical colors for your pencil. I will make the letter white. And then we've got to decide, we could just do black letters here and black letters here. I'll probably do my letters last. I'll see what colors we want to do. So let's do our backgrounds. Cookies for Santa is going to be white. No, I don't mean cookies for Santa. I mean the background sign is going to be white. The letter is going to be white. I gave these all, before we started, two full coats of matte clear polyurethane spray. Okay, that's what this is. I gave it two just because sometimes one is not quite enough. Let it dry in between. I know that this bottom area and the background of this sign is going to be white. We may just do white-blue combo for that. Let's do the background of our jar white as well. So I'm trying to get some things out of the way that are not going to be white. Those are not going to be white. And then the letters here are not. We're just kind of keeping them in place. Okay, let's do this. Let's get some white. And I'm not using a bright white. I'm using Plaster, color Plaster from Waverly. I'm missing comments. I gotta mix this up a little bit. You'll be there virtually. We'll get to say hi to you while you're watching. Are you gonna get to watch it live, Becca? I hope so. I'm gonna get some of this paint out, and I will thin this down to be a little, go on a little bit faster and thinner. I can always add extra layers if I need to. I am down to the bottom of this bottle of paint. You guys saw me last night tapping, tapping to get it out of the jar. We do need quite a bit of it, and it's thick. I mean, I have already added some distilled water into this jar to help thin it down, but it is super duper thick. Let's tilt this a little bit so it might make it easier to get the paint out. Let's add a little bit of water to that. Let's get this spray primed up. We'll mix that in. Oh, and I got to show you what we made last night. I finished it, guys. I know several of you were watching last night as we made this. Isn't this adorable? I need to get some pictures posted of it, okay? So exactly what we said. If you were over on my Facebook channel last night, my Facebook page last night watching, the best way to glue the legs in is to actually glue them into the top, because you can see it has a little extra foot and it's more stable because it's wider. So you glue that in first and you hold it in place. And then, you know, you're going to basically have this downward. Then you're going to flip it over and you're going to glue into each of these slots. Okay, so I'm going to post a picture and I'll kind of give that explanation. But we did kind of a barnwood finish for the top, and then we did the plaster color on the bottom. And I also added in a little bit of that antique wax around the edges and just a little bit in the base. So isn't it cute? You like this one, Judy? Oh, I'm glad. You got your order from Christina. Oh, you've got to get busy making. Get busy making. You wish you could go. Oh, I know, Anita. Next year, right? Next year, we are going to set out a plan so you guys can be there. You and Judy. Absolutely. All of you. I want to meet everybody. Okay, so that was our Farmhouse Display Stand. That's also one of the kits from Christina in our collection. Let's get busy. So I'm going to use, let's see what size sponge dauber I want to use. I think this one will be pretty good. It doesn't have to be tiny. We're going to do the entire base of the cookie jar in the back. Yeah, we'll do all of that in the white. Let me grab a paintbrush over here to mix this water into my paint a little bit, to thin it down, because it is thick. I want it actually a little bit thinner than your standard chalk paint, so it feels more like a stain. And right now I don't quite have enough water in there. It's still fairly thick. So we just add a couple of little squirts from my spray mister. And I keep distilled water in that all the time because I use it to add water into my jars of paint and into my jars of paste. Guys, don't ever use regular water if you can help it. Use distilled, because those bottles sit on your shelf for a long time, am I right? Or at least you hope they do. You hope they last a long time. So don't use tap water. It will grow things you don't want. Okay, let's go ahead and get some of that paint off of there. And I'll drop that into my water jar and we will get going. Okay, so we're gonna slap some paint on here. Again, I don't need to worry about the top because there is a jar topper that will cover it up. So we're just gonna go up near the top, and I usually spread from the middle of my wood piece toward the outside, because I usually like to try to keep this outside clean. I got a little bit over it. If I don't, I can touch it up, or I may decide later to come back and paint all of the edges, but I don't want to decide that right now. I'm going to try to keep that clean. Okay, we're going to do this entire bottom part. Yeah, I want a red straw. And it has this little wavy line, so I'm going to kind of follow that line and paint downward if I can. I think I need to come in with my paintbrush to get that to be a nice, you know what? Let's paint the whole thing white. Let's just paint the whole thing white because we're going to go over it with another paint color. So I am just going to lightly give that a white coat of paint. And I've lost a couple of my etched lines. Now they may come back. See how it's etched in and I've lost it? They may come back after the paint dries. A lot of times it does. But what helps is I take just a little needle. If I want that etched line to really stand out at the end, I just scrape through it. So a couple of these little cross lines didn't quite stay clear. That's it. Some of it's my eyes. I need to put my glasses on. Usually I can see pretty well in the mornings. I'm not going to worry about the etch line. This is in the middle. This is where the milk sign is going to go. That's only there to help me line it up. And then that one at the bottom looks good. So we'll leave that like it is. Let's go ahead and put glasses on, Joey. So you can see what you're doing, but you got to clean them first. We've got more people coming in. Welcome in. Need to get started doing your kits. Yes, you do. I want to see pictures of them over in our group. Let's see. Oh, okay. I haven't missed anything. Good. Get another sip of coffee, though. Alrighty. Not going to worry about... Oh, let's go ahead and paint this guy. This is the little brim of the milk bottle. And because we will go over this with a very light coat of blue, light blue, but just to make sure it all looks the same, we're going to go ahead and paint it just like that bottle. All right, let's move over here. Whoa. And get these. I'm going to start with white on the background, and we'll do the letters in red. So let's just do this first. I always debate, where am I going to start? Where am I going to start? So let me dab this on because I just got a lot of paint on here. And we'll go toward those outside edges. This one may get a second coat just so it's nice and solid white. The others, a lot of times I don't need it to be solid because I'm going to do other things on top. But this one stands out. All right, let's, couple of swipes. Oop, scratched it there. All right, let's go ahead and do the milk. I don't have a whole lot of paint on here, but I'm going to start by dabbing just to get it around. And then we're going to swipe gently. Now these letters, again, we are going to fill in with red, and I'm going to use a Magnolia chalk pen for that. Now this one is pretty much going to be as is once I get it painted white because there's not a whole lot more to do to it. So let's just get a little bit of white at a time. Dab. I'm going to move this over here so I have a little more room. And we'll go toward the outside edges. Get a little bit of paint at a time. There we go. And before I keep going, I'm going to go ahead and take that needle wherever I put it. There it is. And follow some of these etched lines before they dry. Oh, okay, that just followed the star. I love this little doodle at the bottom. Okay, what's your favorite part of this kit? I gotta know. For me, I love this letter, but I love the little cookie jar. This reindeer food, though, is going to be adorable. I'm going to follow this just a couple of spots. That's all that needed. Okay, so you can still read the words. So go lightly with your paint. I went a little heavy right there. Let's go lightly. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and, I went real heavy right in here. We're fixing it. Kind of a fat end on this needle because this is also the needle I use to clean out the nozzle of my glue. So it's got a little bit of glue on it. So sometimes it doesn't get into the crevices. I think I need to get another one. Let me get a sharper needle. Get a better one here. That's a better one. There we go. There we go. I just didn't want to go down into that crevice. I'm going to be more careful with my white paint as we go through the middle of this sign. It's a little more challenging to go around these round letters. Usually it's straight lines that I'm doing. This isn't working too bad. It's working. Boy, Santa's poor name got a beating from my paint. There we go. All right, that's good. That's good. Let me go ahead and finish it up. Just light coats of paint. I just want to lightly dab. Okay, and we are going to swipe very carefully. Okay. Got a little bit extra over there. There we go. Okay, we're just going to have to clean it up. There we go. All right, let's clean up. See, I got it really heavy in a couple of areas along this line here, along that line. And you guys can't even really see it. I can see it. Not too bad, but I can see it here in person. Just a few of the letters. Otherwise, I'm going to leave it like it is. It's not going to get any more paint. It's not going to get a second coat. And I think it's going to come out just adorable. Get my straight lines. Need to get this line coming, this line coming across. Take it slow. I was trying to go too fast. Clean out it's these lines that got a little more paint in them. Our little page ruled lines. Okay. These down here. Be careful as you come across other lines that go crossways. Sometimes your needle will want to follow the other direction and go some other way. Oh, let me get this eye again. There. And the little dot. Don't want to miss the dot on the eye. There we go. Okay, that's pretty much done. Okay. Now you can also do the backs of these, which I can come back later and do. I'll probably give everything just maybe a staining on the back just so it all looks uniform. It doesn't have to look the same as the front, but I love that little letter. Now the pencil I'm going to glue to it when we're done, like right in there. And I'm not going to worry about those letters. I think we've got everything we need white to be white. I think. We'll hold on to that paint just in case. I can put my sponge dauber in the water. All right. Let's work on a couple of things with the jar and the reindeer food. Okay, so the jar has an extra layer on top, which is the lid and the frame for the jar. This needs to be white. I just realized that. This needs to be white. Let's get this white real quick. You guys, oh, I have a little dauber right here I can use. Zeus's Lens Wipe help you with your glasses. Judy says she's never heard of that. Oh, are you talking about what Peggy was talking about? I have been just using a spray and I keep in my kitchen when my glasses get bad, but a lot of times I don't care. I don't check it when I'm in the kitchen. It's when I'm in other parts of the house. So, I know it's bad. I shouldn't use my shirt tail to clean them. Okay, I'm going to keep holding this down until I get to the very end. And, okay, now the jar edge is ready. That will come over here and dry. See if we're done with white yet. I don't know. I keep coming up with other things that need to be white. The words are not going to be white. The jar lid, I think I mentioned before, is going to be red. But if you notice, everything in this middle layer around the jar is going to be covered up. The lid and this frame are going to cover that up. So I don't have to worry about painting that. But I do need to worry about painting the cookies. And I think I'm just going to stain the cookies. I think they're just going to be stained. That'll make that a little bit easier. And then we'll paint the little dots inside. And I think my bag for reindeer food will be stained. So let's set those aside. These are actually 2 different carrots that are put together like a puzzle. So let's go ahead and stain these pieces. And then I still have to decide these pieces too. What we're going to do with I'm going to do a sponge dauber. It's been a little bit easier for me today. What I need to do with the letters, we'll have to decide. Playing with words. When they do updates, your phone goes crazy. Oh, oh, that's funny. I'm going to get this a little bit wet. Kind of acting like if you stained it with a wet wipe, okay? I don't want it saturated. I just want it damp. And then I'm going to go right down in here. Whoa, that just went everywhere. That's okay. It's only on the things that are going to get stained, thank goodness. It's kind of heavy on the bag. I might have to come back and lighten it up. So this is going to hopefully look kind of like a little burlap bag. And I'm not going to worry about this stain going down into the lines on the top because that is actually helpful. It's dark, so it highlights those. Let's see, this covers up. Whoop. Yeah, I need to come up a little bit higher on my bag. There. All right. That is possibly, is that how it goes? That's how it goes. Let's come up a little bit higher just to make sure we don't miss anything. The carrots don't need it though. Okay. Cookies. Oh, careful. Careful. Don't go heavy on the cookies only because they, it's a little bit thin where they're connected to the frame. Okay, I'm going to the outside edge. It's okay if I hit the, frame a little bit. See how it kind of wiggles? Be careful. It's okay if I go over the frame. That's not going to hurt anything. Let's do our cookies while I've got a bunch on my... I feel like the cookies, though, are a little bit dark. We need to go back over the cookies and clean some of this wax off. But let's make sure they all look the same. We don't want burnt cookies. These look like burnt cookies. These are getting a little bit lighter as my sponge has less wax in it. Okay. Those are a little dark. That one's especially. So let's get a wipe and clean some off. I don't want burnt cookies. Inside of your windshield of your car gets so messy. I don't know. Okay, let's start with these cookies. Yeah, there we go. Clean the wax off and you can see the difference. That looks more like a cookie I would eat. Not that one. So let's clean some off. The wax takes longer to dry, so you have some time to work with it. And you don't have to use the antique wax. You can use, a paint color. I have over here like sandstone would be good. I think cashew would be a little bit light, but any kind of paint you prefer will be fine. Those look good. Those look yummy. Okay, let's go this way. There we go. Ta-da! So much better. So much better. All right, all of that is the same. I'm going to lighten up the bag a little bit. I don't want it to be exactly the same color. Let's take more off of here. There. So let's just kind of, I'm going to go not in even swipes. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Like, it looks a little more like natural when you have the uneven texture to it. So I'm just going over it in just in spots. Okay. Same thing there. Just going to leave a little bit of definition into it. All right. Now those are going to take a little while to dry. And they're the back pieces. We don't have to do anything else to these. Let's get another piece of cardboard to get these out of the way. Cookies we do need to do something to the cookies. So the bag can go over there. Done with the wax. I gotta make sure I'm clean so I don't smear wax on the white pieces. I want to take a look at my sign and the words. Again, I may wait till the very end to do the red. I think Cookies for Santa. I don't know if that's going to be black or red, guys. I can't decide. I know that milk is going to be red, and I know the lid is going to be red. So let's do then our reindeer food. I would have done black. Now I'm not so sure. But I don't think I want it to be red. I don't know. What color should reindeer food be? Icing would be cute on the cookies. Oh, these are chocolate chip cookies. These have little chocolate chips. These, where you don't see the etching, is where these cookies are going to glue onto. Now you could, if you wanted to, do them a whole different way. You could decorate them up in a different way if you want. Let's go ahead and get our carrots done. Let me see if I think I've opened my moss. I'm not 100% sure. I got it just last week. But let's start with pumpkin. Has not been opened yet. And I'm just going to use what's on the lid because I really only need a tiny bit. And it's going to be easier to do with the paintbrush than the sponge dauber. So we're just going to start with a tiny bit of paint. And I am going to swipe side to side so that you kind of have the brush strokes, if you have any, looking much like the way your carrot would look. Tiny bit more. It just needs a tiny, tiny bit. Follow that little curved line at the top. Okay, I'll let that dry and see if we need to come back and touch it up. But I'm going to go in my etch lines. Got a little bit heavy. That's the wrong needle. Need the sharp one. There. Not a lot of it got down in the crevice in the etch lines. Oh, it's looking cute already. Okay, that one's done. Glittering black. Oh, glittering black. I hadn't thought about doing the glittering black, guys. That, and Nita knows, and I know a lot of you who are watching now have seen me do this. The glittering black is like a pewter color is what I call it. And it makes it have more of a vintage feel to it. So what do you all think if we should do, instead of black chalk paint, I can get my glittering black magnolia paste out. Let's follow these little edge lines. I just clean my needle off with my fingers as I need to. You can also use your wipe wherever I put that right there. Alrighty, got some paint on my fingers. Now, I mean that's it for the orange. Now I'll go ahead and take this off and throw that away. The brown color with dust on them. Letters look good if a brown color with dust on them. That wouldn't be bad. I kind of want a little more contrast though, because we have a lot of brown going. I think I want to do them in black, some kind. Okay, let's see if I opened this yet. I don't think I did. I'm feeling, yep, the seal is on there. And I may need to stir this with something because it is, ouch, such a big jar. Okay. Hang on. We don't need a lot. Maybe I can just, oh, it did mix. It mixed pretty well. Okay, I'm just going to use what's up on that cap. And I have another paintbrush. These are just cheap little paintbrushes. Again, I paint from the center out. I hope you can see what I'm doing. I think there's a way to get the comments off the screen. Tell me if I'm wrong, guys. I myself don't watch a whole lot of live videos on YouTube. I kind of only watch Cindy live. So tell me if you have a way to get the comments off the screen if you want to. Now moss is deceiving. It doesn't, I miss spots sometimes and I don't see it. So I'm going to let that one dry. And then see if I can see any spots. I don't know what it is about moss. I think it's because it is similar in depth of color as the wood itself. And these, just so you know, Christina cuts these kits out of 1/4 inch birch. These, because this one is 3, or you know, some of these are 3 layers thick, they get to be pretty substantial pieces, and some of them can actually sit up on their own. If you need to, you can get a little stand to hold your pieces up from maybe Dollar Tree, or you can glue Jenga blocks to the back. I tend to just want them to lean against things. Okay, let's check this. Couple of spots right there. Otherwise, it looks good. Come on. There. Okay. If we need to, we can come back and touch up, but I think we're good. Let's go ahead and get this off. I probably didn't need to do that, but I like to save as much of the paint as I can. If you don't want to see the comments, there's an X at the top. Awesome. Good to know. Good to know. All right. So while those are drying, let's work on this guy. I wanted to give it a little bit of a blue tint. And I have, where is it? I have Pool. You know what I actually have? Hang on, guys. We're going to go off script here. I have one over here. What is this one? This is called Cottage White. And it's not chalk paint. This is folk art acrylic paint. And it's called Cottage White. So it just has this, you can see just a hint of blue to it. And I think that'll be a good color. Yeah. To make it look like that glass color. I'm really liking this idea. Let me get another paintbrush. I got myself, I think this is going to be good. It's a little small, but it's going to be good. Okay. It is going to help fill in the white, but give it just a hint And it may not be enough. I'm going to follow that little line and then go upward. Let's do that much of it and see. Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I can see it. Hang on, let me get my needle back. Got it in this edge line. I want my milk to be white. I think I'm going to have to come back and do a second coat. Okay, can you see the difference? You can kind of see the difference in the color. It's a little hard with that bright light. But I think it's going to be worth it. Let's go ahead and follow this on up. I don't need to worry about this part. That extra little rim is going to cover that. Now that I think about it, so I'm going to follow my straw and my little wavy line down here. Fill that in. Little bit more paint. Missed a spot right in here. I may have to get a smaller paintbrush to get right in this little corner. My straw is going to be red. And the brim. Where did I put the brim? There it is. Let's get the brim. It's just barely there. You'll probably see it better in my pictures afterward. Oh, I like it. I like it. You don't have an X on your phone? Oh man, I'm sorry. Let's do a second coat of white while we're here. I'll use a paintbrush only because I can follow that line a little easier. I need to get another paintbrush out, I think. Wait. I might have a good one in here. Where's my... Oh, I know where it is. This is it. I like this one. This is more of an artist brush, but it has this angled tip on it that's really good. So we're done with that one. We're going to go back to our plaster color. I see Barb is here. Hello. Oh, we've got it right here. See, I knew I was going to have to come back to this. Okay. We are going to make... Now we're going underneath this etched line first. But this angle brush is really good if you're trying to be more specific in your paint lines. Okay, got the top part done. Let me etch out this line again. And you're going to be able to see the difference in the colors once we get this done. I'm not worried about the middle, but I've got to decide what I'm going to do with that little milk sign. I guess I'm going to leave it with the single coat of paint. There we go. But look, I filled in my little etch line on the bottom. So we're going to clean this out. See the difference? Look, I just did, see that etch line on the bottom? I just did one swipe. I'm going to come back up and do the rest of it. You can really see a difference when you do that. See, now you can see that line. It's just a little detail. You don't have to be that specific if you don't want to. But now I can see the difference between the blue tone and the white. Ah, it's going to be cute. It's going to be cute. It's coming out the way I want. All right. Oops, I should have done that in my water. This can go in my water. And we don't want to forget our little pencil. So I need to get my maize color out and my ballet slipper. I think ballet slipper is going to be fine for the eraser. I have a bubblegum color that I could use, but I think we're going to be okay. Oh, and silver. We're going to do silver too. I have a silver. I have silver lining. Alrighty. I've got to get some more little paintbrushes out. Let's do these and see. Let's start with the silver lining. Oop, I need a little bit of this paint, not the thick stuff. Not too much. Feels like a lot. Hold on. I need a paper towel. Let's use my wipe. Got gummed up with too much thick paint. Let's just get a tiny, tiny bit. I mean, you can't tell because it's a white brush. Teeny tiny bit. It almost looks white, guys. There. And the etch lines are fine. You can't tell. Ah, darn. Okay. That's all I needed of that. Maize is coming next. I think I can use this just a tiny bit at a time. It's going to have a little bit of a brown tone behind the maize. Come on, I need a little bit more. Oh, I need a tiny paintbrush to follow that zigzag. I have one. And I'm trying to remember where I've gotten these. Most of these paintbrushes I think are from Dollar Tree or Hobby Lobby. A little bit at a time. Just so I don't gob it up. And I've got it a little heavy in the etch lines again. I am just really good at that today. All these etch lines, not all of them, but a lot of them. Slow down, Joey. Go too fast. I'll wipe that off. That was a lot of paint. Okay. Cute. Now, let's get a teensy weensy, itsy bitsy, little bitty brush. This one may have come from Hobby Lobby. Tiny bit of the yellow paint, and we're gonna go into the zigzag. Ta-da, there's the yellow and the silver done. Can you see it? Cute, cute. And I will also use that same tiny paintbrush. Let's wash it off. Where'd it go? There we go. Wash it off, and we're going to get a little bit of our wax to do the wood. Don't want too much. That's a lot. There we go. It's a little bit dark, so let's see if we can swipe some of it off. There. Just like we did on our cookies. You know what, I need this, I'll need this again to do the chocolate chips, because we'll do the chocolate chips and the tip of the pencil in black. So let's do, oh, I didn't put my yellow in there. Another little paintbrush for the eraser. Oh, this is a little gummy. A little gummed up. This may be too light. Oh, I think it's cute. Can you see? You can see the pink. That's gonna be cute. That's gonna be cute. All right, pencil is almost done. Are we down to, let's get our chocolate chips. We got ink. I think I've got this shaken up okay. Get that little, where'd the little paintbrush go? That one's big. Is it? Yeah. Alrighty. Let's get some paint on here. There's plenty on here. I'm probably not going to do all of these chocolate chips right now, but we'll do some of them so you can get an idea. And I'm just dotting. I have a lot of paint on my brush, so I'm dotting in the middle of these chocolate chips so that I don't have too much paint as I get to the outside edges. So now I'm going to come back in and go up to the edges. And they're not going to be perfect, guys. I am going to go over edges here. I am going to make this a little bit sloppy because I am not a detailed painter. So it's completely up to you. You could actually, if you really wanted to, you could come in with a little tiny, or even just a big paintbrush, and just blob it. Just blob it. Okay, there's one of our cookies. And I think that's probably going to be the only one I paint with the black for now. Let's do the tip of the pencil, though, in the black. Okay, pencil is done. And I will come back and do more chocolate chips later. Okay, I need to do my red. Red here, and red here. Now the red, because I am doing letters inside this little milk sign, I'm going to try my chalk pen. This came from a set of chalk pens from Magnolia, the Earth Tones. This is the whole set. This is the whole set. So there's all these really pretty muted tones, and it comes with a red. There's a glittering set that has red too, but I really don't want it to be glittering. So, and I already tested this out, so it is working. Okay. And it has a chiseled tip. Oh, this way. No, here. So it does have a tiny tip to it, and that's what I'm going to use to go along my letters. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but we're going to try. It's a very thin letter, and I don't draw straight. Is the only problem. So I may not get a perfectly straight line. It's not too bad. Now, if you do these kind of kits a lot, tell me if you already have like a set of paint pens that you like. I've seen people use the Posca. Is that what they're called? Posca paint pens. And those seem to work well too. I did not want to invest in a whole new set of paint pens because I've got these here. See, that worked pretty well. I need to get more down on the tip of it. Oh, that was a lot. Dab it off. If you prime up the tip, I got a lot on there. We will be fixing that a little bit. There. The L is a little bit big on the bottom. need to be more careful here. As you use it, of course, the tip of it doesn't have quite as much paint on it. So you may want to draw a line or two of your chalk paste pen onto maybe a piece of paper or the back. You could do it on the back of this if you need to. There we go. Milk. Cute, cute, cute. I think that's gonna go right there. Okay, so it's not standing out. So I think I'm going to do an edge of red around the outside of it so it will stand out. So let's just, I'm going to take my chisel tip kind of at an angle around the edge to just give it, I'm using the edge of it to drag this around. And when we glue it against this white background, it'll help it show up. There we go. You'll see it better. Let's put it up against there. Let me put the lid on this. We're going to go ahead and use this pen to paint all the other red things so that they are the same color. That looks better. Isn't that cute? We need to do our straw. Let's go ahead and do the straw. Let's use this chisel tip flat to help fill in. Super easy, guys. I just don't want to get all the way to the edge until I know I don't have too much paint on that chisel tip. I say paint, it's paste. And then we'll just do this guy. Oops, get it flat. Well, the edge is going to be covered up with that little... Oh, that's cute! Oh, throwing my milk label around here. I forgot it's not glued on. That's so cute. Okay. And then this will get glued on there. Isn't that adorable? Okay. That's done. Just needs to be glued. So we're just going to use this flat side and paint the whole lid. So this is like, because it's a kind of a deep muted red, to me it looks a little bit old-fashioned, a little vintage. You could go with more of a candy apple red paint if you prefer. Be really bright. Go all the way up to the tippy top of the knob. Using that flat edge. Ta-da! There's the lid. You can see the edge lines if you get close to it. Looks good. Looks good. All right. So, haven't decided about the letters. Here's our reindeer food. That's going to go there. Our carrots are so... Oh, I didn't even show you the carrots finished. Let me put them together. Ah, they're so cute. So they are going to match up with the outside frame on the base. So they're going to look... Let me hold this on here. Like that. And then you've got reindeer food. So here is where I need to decide what color is reindeer food going to be. I could do black. Or I could do the red. You can see the red tone up against. I'm kind of liking the red. You haven't ordered the chalk paste yet. Hi, Linda McDougall. You have Sharpies. Oh, that's an idea too. Yes, colored Sharpies. See how they, I don't know how well they, I don't know if the Sharpie will absorb into the wood more like a stain or if it's going to stand out. I would be very curious. Let's see. And I got to decide on cookies for Santa. So here's our cookie jar. I can go ahead and glue our cookie jar together, and we can decide on this because the cookie jar is done. Here's the base of it. So we'll glue this on top, and we'll glue the lid on top of that. Oh, I was like, what am I missing? The frame goes here, and then the cookies. And I have to do the cookies are like a little puzzle. So let's go ahead and glue the cookie jar together because I can come in and do the black paint later on the cookies, on the chocolate chips. Here's my glue. Well, Anita, these are a good use for your chalk pens. They are definitely designed to like draw on chalkboards and to draw like little squiggles and little extra doodads or hand letter things anytime you need to do that. Where's my white tipped needle? I'm losing my needles in here. There it is. That is what I make sure my glue nozzle is cleaned out with. This is stick fast glue. Okay. Thick is the type I use, and we're gluing down the base to the base of our cookie jar. I want to get some glue on the outside edges. I'm just going to do some dots going around and on the cookie area. That should be good. So we're going to get this lined up, and once it is lined up, we will press it down so that it glues in place solid. Press straight down. We were talking last night on Facebook. Sometimes I have a tendency to push. Don't push. Press straight down. Just hold that in place. Let's get the lid. Let's go ahead and do the frame next. And I'm going to put the glue down here. It doesn't really matter. I just think it's a little easier than on this little skinny piece in my hand. It glues along the top edge as well. So just dots of glue. That's probably more than I need. But because it may ooze out on your fingers. See, I got it on my fingers. Just so you know, if it does, just don't stick your fingers together. It's not quite as strong as like the name brand super glue. I can pull my fingers apart if I get them stuck. If I get stuck on the side of this, I can pull them apart. I also got myself some debonder just in case that happened. Okay, I'm going to be touching up this side because you can see that white edge from my bad paint job. Okay, lid is next for me. Most Sharpies stand out. Okay. Suzanne may have to remind you next time. I'm glad you guys are getting to know each other. That's awesome. I love that. All right. Let's get our lid lined up as well. Press that down. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, even the cookies are not even all the way in place and it's cute. Okay. Okay, this is a little bit of a puzzle. What I'm going to do is these two cookies, if you can see, they have almost like what looks like bite marks out of them. They actually meet up to one of the sides of the big round cookie. So I'm going to try to find where that is. There. That one fits. I'll show you. That one fits right there. Okay. And this one I think is on the opposite side, right there. And I think it goes onto the jar like so. Wait, this may fit. Trying to remember, guys, how it fits. before we glue. That may be wrong. I think this one, hold on, we're gonna get it. Maybe this guy goes down here. It's got a flat edge. Oh, I got it upside down. Okay. This guy has the flat edge right here. This guy goes on the bottom. There it is. It's a puzzle, and that's okay. We will get our puzzle figured out. We will get it figured out. Let's get this turned right again. Meet this up. Come on. There. Like that. I might glue these together and then glue them down. I think that's how I'm going to do it. That's it. Okay. So we're going to glue these edges together and then we're going to glue them down. I'm going to put little dots of glue on the edge of this cookie. I'm not going to put it down on the cardboard because I don't want it to glue to the cardboard. There. Hold that together for a second. The packets, you'll need to find a way to close them because they'll leak out and dry up if they're not sealed. Yes, if you get I'm going to tell you though, if you haven't tried our chalk paste and you're wanting to try different colors, the paste packets are perfect. And we have sample packs of ink and of paste. And for fall, they haven't been released yet, but when fall releases, we will have, oh crud, hang on a second. Sorry, I didn't realize my low battery notice came up. Okay, what was I saying when I got cut off? See, I think we were talking about the paste packets. So for fall, coming out soon, we will have variety packs, several. Some of them glittering, some of them regular. And I think this guy then fits up here by himself. Wait, does he, hang on. And that's a great way to try the paste in different colors without buying a whole jar. There we go. Okay, so that fits there. Okay. Put a little bit of glue and fit that. There you go, right there. But when you do the paste packets, if you want to save them, after you have used it, just open it up by a corner, like snip off the corner. And after you have used it, see how cool, how quickly that sticks together? Fold down that edge. Put it into like a Ziploc baggie and get all the air out. And then put it in a safe place. Now, that top, the area, the part of the paste that's close to the opening is going to get dry. Okay, you will have to squish that out. You can add a little bit of water to that to rehydrate it if you want to. That's completely optional. Oh, look, it's going to fit right there. It's just perfect. Okay, we're going to put our glue on the back of these cookies, mostly on the edges. Okay, including the ones that are glued together. All right. And we're going to line these up. They match this outside as well. And press that down. Oh, it's so cute! Oh my gosh! I'm so happy with the cookie jar. And all the chocolate chips are going to get filled in, I promise. Okay. Now reindeer food and cookies for Santa. We have to decide. I'm not gluing just yet what the colors are going to be. I think cookies for Santa is going to be black. And I think reindeer food is going to be red. No, you know what? This needs to be red. It needs to bring in more of the red tone, don't you think? I think so. I think Cookies for Santa needs to be red. I hope I don't run out of battery juice even more. Oh, where's my letter? There it is. Don't forget we've got the letter coming in. And we've got it. Let me go ahead and glue the pencil onto the letter. Right there. That's not glue. That is paint or paste. Just a little bit. And you can put the pencil wherever you want, but it really does seem to fit right down here. Okay, so that one's done. Now we'll do the letters. Let's see. And let's prime this up a little more. We had it sitting down there. So we have a little more paint on it. Again, you can use a sponge dauber with your red paint if you prefer. And make sure if you're using these a pen like this that has a bevel tip that you're laying it on its flat edge. It's just going to go faster for you. I love this so much. We're getting close, guys. I'm not going to say almost done because I still have more letters to paint, but then we just have a little bit of gluing to do. I hope this little scraping sound isn't bothering you. And check, after it dries, check to see if you missed any spots. For me, I've been missing edges in a couple of spots here and there, so I'm going back to check it. Yep. There. Okay. Cookies is done. So it's just going to take another minute. Now, you know what? Well, I don't know. I'm debating if I want to come in with a black chalk paste pen for the chocolate chips, or if I want to do it with my paintbrush. Oh, somebody had suggested, Andy, you had suggested the glittering black. I forgot about it. Darn. But I think this is cute. So that is definitely an option. And I know Judy, you said you got this kit. Peggy, did you get this one too? Do you already have ideas of what you're going to do with yours? Do you want to use different colors besides the red on it that I've been using? What's your plan? I love to hear it. I just think the red really looks good up against the white, especially as we get ready for Christmas time. I'm not ready for Christmas, guys. This Christmas in July project is the only reason I'm doing this today is because I love this kit so much. I am not ready to do Christmas in July projects. It's just not been at the top of my head. Okay. I'm doing reindeer food in red too. I think let's just make it all uniform. In fact, I haven't used, the only black I've used has been on the the chocolate chips and the pencil tip. But you could. People put them in an empty paste jar. Oh yeah, you can actually squeeze it out in if you have a paste jar or you have a small jar, really small, that has a lid that seals shut. I don't suggest using those little paint pots that have the snap-on lids. They're a good size. They may be a little small, but those snap-on lids do not they're not airtight at all. You'll want a lid that screws on. And actually, Amazon does have little empty paint pot jars that have screw-on lids. But that would be an investment, and those little paste packets are probably not even going to last long enough to make it worth investing in those, unless you know you're going to keep them for a while. I think that's it. I think we're done with the letters. I'm going to let, I think the cookies is dry for Santa. And since I left these laser burned edges, it kind of helps to outline the letters a little bit up against our white sign. So that's Joey. Try again. Try again. Okay, we'll get those on straight. That's going to be cute. And then reindeer food, I think, can go. Oh, we got to glue this guy together too. Let's go ahead and glue our carrots in. Oh, Deborah's here. Hello, hello. I'm going to go ahead and glue the carrots as one piece. I'm not going to glue them to each other, but I'm going to hold them together to glue them in as like one puzzle piece. There we go. Wasn't quite straight. Oh, come on. I keep sliding it. There. Okay, press it down. You got Hello Fall. Yeah, I'll have to do that one after we come back. Okay, then this glues around that. I might come back in and paint around the inside of the bag black. What do you think? I think it needs some definition. Yeah. We'll come back in with some black on that. So you can't really tell there's a difference. It needs to be like shadowed. Okay, so let's get, we're going to put dots of glue mostly around where the letters, you know, the outside edges of the letters, so those don't pop loose. Yeah. And press straight down. Okay. What do you think? Did we glue? We haven't glued our milk jar together yet. Milk bottle. That's the top rim. And that blue is so faint, I might even come back in and do another coat of that, because it just isn't standing out much. We'll see. I kind of wish I had done this whole outside rim of the milk label in red. That would have looked good too. Isn't that cute? Isn't it cute? Oh my gosh, this is all so cute. Okay, everything is glued together. Finally. Oh, thank you, Peggy. All right, so the only things we have left, how long have we been on? Oh, almost an hour and a half. Woo! Let me just go ahead and do the black inside there while I'm thinking about it. I think this is a small enough brush. And I could have done it with truffle instead to be a nice dark brown rather than black. But I think black is going to be nice. Get down into the little crevices, so use a tiny brush. There. That looks better. That looks better. I'll get my chocolate chips done. You don't want to spend half an hour watching me do the chocolate chips. You don't. So let's see how it looks with this that we did yesterday. Now, granted, it's not going to hold everything. This is a tiny top. And I have a stand. Let's see if this stand fits on this shelf. Oh, it does. Okay. So we can put our cookies right up here. I'm going to tuck it kind of in the back. And I think our milk needs to go with it. Hold on, I don't want to knock everything over, which I'm famous for doing. Now our letter, I think, should maybe be down here in front. Get all this stuff out of the way. And our reindeer food. Okay. Now, granted, you will probably want to put this on a tiered tray because there's so many pieces to it. I didn't glue Santa, my cookies for Santa together. Yikers. Let's get this done. Silly. Let me space this out how I want it. Dots on the outside edges of the letters mostly. Couple in the middle. I can't believe I forgot to do that. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Because I can't really stand this sign up very well if it's not glued. Oh. I should have done 4 last so that I could make it the very center. But that's okay. I think we've got it pretty much even. I know you can't really see me over here on this outside edge doing this gluing. It's just very tiny dots. I'm barely squeezing this jar or this bottle. Doesn't take much at all. Ta-da! Oh, the rustic, you like it, this one, Debbie? Yep. Didn't it come out so cute? Okay, so this could, it's hard for me to see. This could sit down in front of this, but it's covering up our reindeer food a little bit. I wonder if that, nope, it won't fit up on the shelf. So, there, maybe something like that. Can you see it? You like it? Ah, I wish I could hold it up for you, but I can't. There's too many pieces. Maybe up here. I like that. And I might be able to find something to prop the milk onto. Like up here. What do you think? Oh, let's do this. I can scoot it back a little further. There. You like it? Oh, thank you so much, guys. You have a wonderful, oh, thanks, Barb. You guys have a wonderful day. I appreciate you being here. There is a link down in the description that takes you to Rust-Covered Cottage, my affiliate link. Thank you so much if you choose to support me on that, to get any of her kits. Right now, I forgot to tell you in the beginning, and I'll put it in the description, through August 1st, all items on Rust-Covered Cottage website are 20% off. You don't have to use a special code. You just go put it in your cart and you'll get 20% off at checkout. So it's a great time. She includes shipping with the cost of her kits. Okay, so any of the kits, and it's a minimum $20 order. There's only a few things that you might end up choosing that are under 20, but if you're going to get more than one thing, there's no problem. So take a look at all of the displays that we have, all of the kits that we have. I am so excited. She has the Farmhouse Charm by Joey collection on the home page. And you can go down below and say view all, and you can see the entire collection. And then also check out her whole website. So thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you spending an hour and a half with me. Have a wonderful day. And I will not be live except for little snippets the rest of the week. But go catch me on Facebook Live, and I will be posting some videos as well. So thanks so much, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.